Dual side quicks. This is a pick a side play for the quarterback. We're going to run, could be hitches on one side, slants on the other. Could be an out cut and a slant combination. We're just going to signal in one side and the other and let the quarterback pick a side based on coverage. We're going to talk about double high, cover two, double high looks, or single high beaters, whether it's cover three or cover one. We're always talking to our quarterbacks of which side or which coverage or which, I should say, route package or concept is good against double high or single high. I'm going to go through that here in a minute. Once I figure this thing out. We also talk about man beaters. You know, what routes are best against man. So when that quarterback walks up to the line of scrimmage when he's in the shotgun and he sees double high, he knows where he's going. He sees single high, he knows where he's going. He comes up and gets man, he knows where he's going. Whether it's, especially with the dual side, we're going to design it so we kind of get a feel for what we're getting, give them the option to pick a side. Obviously, high percentage completion plays again, you know, just giving confidence to your offense. Single high beaters, we feel like the hitch, a rolled out, just a four-step out cut, you know, whether it's cover three or cover one, those hitches, you know, those are the best. I don't know if you guys can see that. Double high beaters, really cover two. When we talk about running slants, we're going to double slant, the fade out cut, especially against a cover two look where we're trying to rip through the outside shoulder of the cover two corner and run the out cut behind it and kind of high-lowing it. You know, so we'll try to teach our quarterbacks the same, these concepts and how these concepts are beating these coverages. We've got a sideline route where we'll do the same thing as the fade out, and I'll show it to you here in a second, where we'll just clear out the outside guy and then put the inside receiver right to the sideline right now and make that corner make a quick decision, not one where he can just jam the fade and play the out cut. And so we'll go through that. What's good against press man? We feel like slants are. We'll talk about how we teach the slant, you know, some of the good things that we do, and the fade out. Obviously, you know, fade out is going to give you the fade option with the out cut right now. With the two good options. What do we like against off man? The hitch, the fade out again. Really just looking at this and giving this to your quarterback really can separate it for him and say, okay, we got dual sides, we got this called to one side, we got this called to one side. Okay, what concept is good against a double high? What concept is good against press man? Really teach them that so they can make that decision quick. Obviously, the last one here for off man is just the rolled out, and I'll go through that here in a second. All right, dual side quicks. Hitch, just to go back, hitch. We like hitch against free access and taking a shot versus press because we're going to convert our outside receivers. The fade out, we like it against double high and against press man, especially against press man with the outside receivers creating that matchup. Slants, we like it against really cover two and against press man. We've got some good techniques that we can beat press man on because they start to play press man and we get a good release on that. We feel like we get a good release on that slant, but he could be gone. That slant could be gone. So we're going to come up and we're going to make them. We're going to ask them, hey, come up and press us, man. Come up and play us, man. You know, we dare you. Just go right ahead. Sideline route, we feel like against cover two, this is good, where we can put a fade on the outside and send the inside receiver right now 5 yards to the sideline and really put pressure on that defender a little quicker than a rolled out on the inside receiver. Put defender on that car. I'm sorry, put pressure on that corner to make a quick decision right now. So I'll go through that here in a second. Here's our hitch concept. We'll start out with this, and I'll relate this back to the empty package, obviously making this easy to go into 3x2 or even 4x1, but our hitch concept, again, like it against free access here, taking a shot versus press. Our outside receivers are just going to run 5-step hitches. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, we're trying to teach it as a 3 full steps, and then the 4, 5 are really a half stride where their eyes are upfield, and when they plant that 5th step, then their eyes come around. And even for our guys at times it's hard because our guys will go forward and turn their head, they'll lean back, and by the time they hit that 5th step, they're already leaning back and they're giving the defense, giving the corner the look that, you know, they're stopping, so that defensive back will break on. So we're going to put focus on planting your 5th step in the ground for every guy. You know, 1, 2s, and 3s, From the outside in, we're just going 5 steps for the receivers. Tight ends and backs will make it really a 5-yard route, because a lot of times backs really aren't into steps at times unless you have a good one. It's hard to teach them that because they don't do it much. Tight ends are always getting a release, so it's hard to really keep them with steps unless you're walking out a tight end as a receiver. So again, running backs and tight ends obviously will keep them at 6 yards. Quarterback is just a quick step, a quick 3. Right now he's going outside in. If we get cover 2 or if we get if we get cover 2 on the outside or press, we're fading. And it's always hard for anybody. It's hard for me. It's hard for anybody. But you've got to make a decision on what you're going to do there. When do you fade it? Is the guy at 5 yards? Is he at 7? Is he playing quarters at 7? Is he? When do you tell your guys to fade it? The worst thing you can do is have a guy fade on a hitch, and the quarterback throws the hitch and throws it right to that corner. Everybody's kind of had that. And then even worse is when your guy runs the hitch and the quarterback throws a fade and the corner picks it off. I've had that happen in games. So we tell our receivers on the outside, you've got to make a decision. If there is a corner sitting at your depth when you seize your spot at the 5th step, you're gone. If he's sitting down there, if he's anything deeper than that, you run the hitch. We're always talking about looking at, what is that corner? What is the safety doing? What is the read on your side? Is it cover 2? Is it a cover 2 look? We're always talking to these outside receivers about what is their look. They're reading the corner, they're reading the safety, they're reading the combination of the triangle, especially into the boundary with the corner, the safety, and the backer. Same thing with the field with the outside backer is talking about reading a triangle. What are the looks that are going to tell you that it's cover 2? All right. If the corner's sitting down. We'll also, if we get press coverage and he presses and bails, we'll keep the hitch on. We'll keep it on. And we tell them if there's any doubt, fade it. If there's any doubt, just go with it and fade it. You hit 5 steps, and that defender's, if you can touch that defender, you fade. So we try to make that simple. It's not always simple. Next thing we'll do is our fade out concept in our quick game. Again, versus double high and man, we like it. We're going to run mandatory outside release fades. We call it a protection release, where they're ripping outside right now, getting vertical, stretching the defense deep. We're going to take 4-step out cuts. These are speed out cuts, straight vertical, really stepping right there at that 4-step and rolling it out and getting out flat now so the quarterback can throw it on time. We tell the tight ends just to run a 4-yard route, whether it's a tight end from a closed alignment or if he's playing here, whatever it is, he's going to, a lot of times we'll tell our tight ends, hey, if you're playing a receiver, you run 4 steps. If you're playing from the line of scrimmage, you're going 4 yards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. And same thing. So we like it with that. We're looking at a low-high progression. We're looking for the out cut first and then looking deep if the corner sits. We'll read that flat defender. Again, we like that against cover 2. Get the ball in his hands right here, put pressure on that defense, but we really like it against man-to-man. Figure out a place to put this dang thing. Slant concept. Now, for us, we're going to run double slants. A lot of guys run slant flats, but we're going to run double slants. The outside receivers are taking 3 steps. We're always lining up with our outside leg back. We are really going to come in at a little tighter angle than most guys, a little more than 45, just to keep it flat. We like it against cover 2. We like it against man-to-man. Our inside receivers, a lot of guys call this a quickie route. We just call it an inside slant, where they're going to run through the inside shoulder of the man over, wherever he is. Run through his inside shoulder, really open up this window to the outside, force that defender to go inside. Let's see if I can go backwards here. But we're reading inside out. You hate to come out here and have this linebacker run to the outside, and this guy's wide open. You're reading the slant first. So we're always going to read the inside slant first and just try to pop it to them. If these inside backers, if these inside defenders really play the inside and tighten down with the inside slants, we're going to throw the outside slants. A lot of times we'll tell our receivers, we start out with wide splits anyway, so we're not going to say, okay, on a slant, widen out. We're trying to spread the defense with our formation to start out, just by formations, just by our splits. So we're not going to really change that too much.